how's it going this beautiful Tuesday night? How are you doing today? I want to get on here and just check in, check y'all out, how you people doing, and just let you know that I love you guys so much and I'm just thankful for the opportunity to walk with you guys. So tonight we're gonna get back into our moments. I do apologize. I've been kind of out offline for a little bit. My mom finally finished her last round of chemotherapy. And so I've been helping my mom, and she fought really hard, and now we are letting her rest and heal because chemo ain't no joke. Okay, and so we're back. If you don't know me, my name is Coach Shanika Faye, and I am here to help you get to your next level. And today, what we are really going to talk about is we're going to talk about why, like literally, we're going to talk about like why you probably can't get to your next level. Why are you stuck at this level? We're going to talk about that. Why are you stuck at this level? And so, story time. Today I was at the I guess a cancer clinic, West Clinic out in Germantown, and I'm out there helping my mom, minding my own business. And if you know me, you know Faye can be very hot-headed, very short-tempered, and I can blow up. But I've been intentionally working on passing that test because I want to see everything God has for me. And I know being a short-tempered, being like you almost like having a trigger, a switch going off, or I pop off or say something crazy, that cannot go with me into my next level. And so I've been intentionally working on it. And so when you make an intention to work on something, I am here to tell you that it will be tested. And so made that intention earlier this year that I was not going to be a spitfire. I was not going to be hot-headed and quick-tempered. I'm just going to learn to be patient, learn to be loving, even when it's not deserved. And so, y'all, I'm at, not Moffitt, I'm at West Clinic with my mom. My mom gets pushed back and to do her radiation treatment, do a little chemo, whatever. And I'm sitting there waiting, minding my own business, okay? I ain't talking to nobody. I'm minding my own business. And y'all, I'm sitting there, this little old lady who's literally, her focus should be to get chemotherapy, to get radiation, right? You in there fighting for your life. Your focus should be healing and doing what God told you to do. Okay, y'all. I'm in there, right? Mind my business. On my phone, texting, just kind of checking my emails, whatever. And this little lady goes, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" I'm like, "Yeah, no biggie. Everyone's in here been pretty nice. I mean, I'm not rude, so what you want?" Y'all, she proceeds to start like talking bad to me, like talking down on me. Like, even to the point where girl was like, "I know you pretty and all, but you be out in these streets and y'all be doing this." And I was like, bro, I really think this lady crazy. Like, I really think like chemo done got your mind messed up. And then it hit me. I'm like, as she's sitting there talking to me, it took everything in me. And this lady's 77 years old. She said it out loud so everybody can hear. She's one of those very loud ladies who's trying to get attention, who just want to be heard, want to be seen. And she's 77 years old. And at that point, you would think she would have grown. And so that showed me, like, if you do not be intentional with your personal development, with growing, you can be looking foolish, old and foolish. And that's exactly what she was looking. And so, y'all, I kid y'all not. She told me that, yeah, you pretty, but you could do better. You pretty, but you can do this. And had the nerve to tell me, "I know you be out in them streets. I know y'all be out in them streets. Y'all be in them streets. You be doing this." I said, first of all, you don't know me. So let's stop right there. You do not know me. Who are you talking to? You don't know me. And y'all, my blood was starting to boil, boy. Baby, I remind you, if you just get on here, I had just like made a decision a month prior that I wasn't gonna pop off on nobody. I wasn't gonna let nobody get underneath my skin. I was gonna be calm, serene, and I ain't gonna. And so, y'all, the lady started talking to me, and she started talking down on me. I mean, I don't even know this lady. I've done nothing to her. I'm just standing I'm literally standing in the cancer hospital with my mom, helping my mom get her treatment. And all of a sudden she comes, she's like, "You be in them streets and you be doing this and you be doing that. And you can work on this and you need to do this right here." I mean, y'all berating me like this, so disrespectful. And then had the nerve to say, "Well, God told me to tell you that." I said, "Well, I don't know what type of God you serve, But it ain't the same God that I serve. Because number one, the God I serve would never tell a person to do this to anybody, especially not a stranger. And number two, I'm actually a housewife, not a harlot. And then when I said that, she went, whoa. I said, yeah. I told her, you feel comfortable talking to me because I'm black. Because she's an older black lady. And I was like, I understand you feel comfortable that you can come talk to me because we both got the same skin color, basically. I said, but that's not okay. What you said is disrespectful. And then I proceeded to let her know, we younger women, we will be more perceptive to your wisdom or to whatever you got to say. But a lot of times, y'all Gen Xers and boomers, you be disrespectful. You don't know when to shut up. You come all out the gate looking crazy, and you expect somebody to reciprocate, or not reciprocate. You expect somebody to embrace or be willing to hear what you got to say. But you're not trying to build them up. You constantly tearing them down, talking trash. And you know we're trying with all our might to give you that honor that you do not deserve. And you proceed to continue to disrespect and berate and talk just terrible to people. You can't do that. And so mid-conversation, bro, I had to get up and walk off. I literally got up and I walked off. And so I believe I passed that test. When I walked off while she was talking, I walked off. I said, listen, I ain't got time. I don't know you. You don't know me. I'm not having this conversation. I'm out. And so I walked away. And there was a time when I wouldn't have. There was a time when your girl would have went off on her. When I would have gave her what she was looking for. And so I believe that in order to get to that next level, that commitment that you made, that promise that you made, it will be tested. And I made a commitment early on in this year that I was not going to continue to be hot-headed. I was not going to allow my emotion, anger is usually my predominant emotion, to get the best of me. And baby, today it was tested. Boy, I tell you right now, I was ready. I was like, girl, there was a time when North Memphis would have came out swinging. There was a time when I would have pushed you. There was a time when I would have disrespected you because you disrespected me. And so I just want you to know that whatever you're trying to grow in, it's going to be tested. If you're trying to have a better attitude, be prepared for somebody getting your nerve. If you're trying to be more patient, be prepared for that patience to be challenged. If you're trying to, whatever you're trying to do, remember, there's an awareness, then there's an intention, then there must come disruption. Okay? And so today, when that little old lady was talking smack to me, it took everything, boy, not to go off on her, not to give her, not to literally let her have it, bro. And I was like, no, Faye, you are representative of the Lord. I could not allow my witness to be spoiled. And I definitely couldn't have my mama out here being like, what are you doing? And so I had to think about all those different things. And so sometimes when you are being tested, you may want to pop off, pop out, do whatever you're going to do. But I'm telling you, there's somebody watching you. And we ain't even talking about Holy Spirit and the angels that's like watching the cloud of witnesses. We're talking about what witness are you leaving? And for me, I realized that I can't be so high-headed. I can't. Even though I'd be like, it is what it is. I learned that I must find another approach. I cannot allow my emotions to make me explode. Explosions lead to wildfires and it's not good. And so I am making a conscious effort to change that. So what in your life do you need to change? What is it? Because whatever you need to change on this level is keeping you from the next level. And also today, I was with my mom. And my mom finished her last round of chemo. I'm so thankful. Thank you, Lord, for being with us. And I literally watched my mom and some of her habits. And I realized that I've picked up a lot of those habits, not because she sat down and taught me these things, but because more is caught than taught. So a lot of habits that you have, a lot of like ways that you got, a lot of behaviors that you walk in, they were learned. And so that lets me know if they can be learned, they can be unlearned, especially if they're not healthy. And so I need you to take an inventory of your life. What is not healthy and what needs to be changed? Because there's something in all of us that needs to be changed. For me, I don't want to be popping off on people. I don't want to be North Memphis, even though I get there now. I do it. Don't play with me. But I don't want that to be my first reaction. I want to be more poised. I want to be more eloquent. I want to be, I want to be better. And I ain't gonna lose my little ratchet, okay? I love being a little ratchet at times, but I want to be sophisticated ratchet, okay? There's a time and a place for everything, and I don't want anybody having control over my emotions. I don't want anybody to be able to do something to trigger an emotion in me. And you can call it whatever you want to call it, but I want to get that power up. I don't want nobody to be able to have that over me. So what is that thing you need to do? What is that thing you need to be doing? What assignment has God given you to do and you ain't done it? I'm waiting. Put it in the comments so I can hold you accountable. What is that? Because now is the time to do it. I don't know if you realize it, but we're almost at the halfway mark of the year. You know that, right? And so you can sit back all day and act like you got tomorrow, but tomorrow ain't promised. And I know this all too well. I buried 4 family members in 1 month. And that's heavy. One was my dearest little brother. Okay? And so we're not promised tomorrow. So that means it's time to get busy. It's time to get after it. It's time to go for it. It's time to build. It's time to do what God told you to do. How long are you going to delay passing the test on this level? That's going to continue to keep you going around the same old mountain, around the same old mountain. You in the same old mountain, same old cycle, same old circle, same old cycle, same old circle. Are you not tired? Are you not tired? Now is your time. Take this moment right here after this live. Go and write down, Lord, what would you have me to do? How would you have me to move in this hour? What am I missing? Why am I constantly going through the same old tests? You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we live in the same old life. Most of us don't get a new year. We get the same year. How many of y'all, you look at your 2025 and you realize it's the exact same as 2024? If you're not growing, you're dying. Okay? And so what is it that you need to overcome? What test needs to be passed so that you can graduate and get to the next level? And for me, your girl been working because anger has been a big problem for me. And this just me being fully transparent. Anger was a thing. And I get mad over anything. And I pop out, pop off, go off. I didn't cuss no more. And I thought that was okay. Well, I didn't cuss them out. But still, Faye, your heart was murderous. You were ready to do what you gotta do. That is not biblical. And so I'm just challenging you to pass the test for this level so that you can go ahead and move forth in what God's called you to do. What is that? Let's do it. I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow, same time. Thank y'all so much for your patience and bearing with me, because I know people have been looking forward to seeing my lives. I do miss you guys so much, but I needed to help my mother. And so hope y'all be okay with that. Y'all take care. Have an amazing evening. Bye-bye, y'all.